back to spoilers, man. Our guest tonight was born in Sweden, the land of meatballs and massages, and she was raised in Canada, the land of Gretzky and Timbits, and she was Silk Spectre in the Watchmen movie, so that pretty much makes her the most perfect woman in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the gorgeous Malin Akerman.
Amazing introduction ever.
I'm a big Canada-phile, man. So,
yeah.
And you grew
hockey?
Up there? Yeah, hockey,
yeah.
Just the people
Good
themselves.
people.
Yeah, here in the States, you know, they call it a melting pot, but I always dug up north. They're like, no, we're not a melting pot. We're a cultural mosaic, eh? They're just so much more friendlier, and they raise them nicer. Now, you were born in Sweden?
Yeah, I was born in Sweden a few years ago. And and then I moved to Canada when I was 2.
Now you can speak Swedish?
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak Canadian as well?
Yeah, when I go out in a boat.
Oh my Lord! You just made me moist.
That was when. Where?
Lord. It's everywhere on that one. I love chicks who say a boot. Rock me with a little Swedish. What does that sound like? Because I only know it from the Muppets, like pork, pork, pork.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't. What does it actually sound like?
It's actually my husband. When I first told him, he's from Italy, by the way, and so he's like, my language is the best, and I'm like, okay, and it kind of is. There's no argument there. But basically, when I spoke Swedish the first time, he goes, "That is not a language. This is Martian." And I was like,
Martian?
Okay.
What does it
sound
sound like?
This.
Rock us with Martian.
All right. Det är jättekul att vara här och hoppas verkligen att vi gör någonting efteråt. Kanske ta en drink eller någonting.
It makes me want to take my clothes off. I don't sound Martian. That just sounds sexy. Only an Italian would think that wasn't sexy.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope he's going to watch
Wait, so your
this.
man's Italian?
He is. He's
Straight
Italian.
up, flat out from the boat?
Straight off the boat. Didn't speak a word of English when I met him, which was better.
So what did you, the language of love? How did you communicate?
Pretty much. We were in a band together. He was my drummer, and you know, he got a lot of glimpses of my ass because I was in front of him, and you know, I heard his beats in the back, and he kept a good rhythm, and that was all we needed to know.
And he was just the whole time, he's like, Bene.
Yeah.
What's the band called?
We were called the Pedal Stones.
How long did you do it?
Like a year and a half.
It's so weird, because I'm a big fan of Malin's there was a show on HBO that Lisa Kudrow did. One season, perfect comedy, called The Comeback. And on the show, she played an actress named Juna Milken, who's also like in a band.
That was my band.
That was your band?
That was my band and our song.
So how did that happen? They were just like, do you want to bring your friends on the show?
Michael Patrick
that
King
dude must be in love with you, the Italian. He's like, I meet this girl, she put me on the TV. Yeah, oh my Lord.
I mean, I married him. I hope he loves me.
That's where I first saw you. But then after that, I started seeing you pop up here, and you started working a lot more. Like I remember seeing you, there's the Ben Stiller flick with the Heartbreak Kid. And
yeah.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know, just heard some of the giggles in the audience.
That's because it's a funny movie.
I know what scenes you guys are thinking about. I know.
Yeah, you're rather free in some of those scenes.
Try sitting in the movie theater watching it for the first time with your husband on one side and your mom on the other, and you're just going, oh my God.
Well, they both know what you look like.
Of course, my husband was like crying. He was laughing so hard. My mom's like, nice tits.
That's what my mom says to me all the time, man. What is that like, man, when doing the nudity on camera, like in a room full of people?
It's so uncomfortable. It's so...
Nobody ever says, oh, it rocks.
It doesn't. It never rocks, you know, and even if it was, like, if you're married to the actor that you're doing with, it would still suck. You don't want to do that in front of people, unless you like that stuff. I don't know, I shouldn't say that, because some people might.
No, I try. I wear layers. I ain't trying to show nothing off.
No, but it is, you know, you read a script, you love the script, it makes you laugh out loud, you're like, oh my God, this character's so great. And then you get to the day where you have to get naked, and you go, oh my God, that's right, I have to do this. Oh, okay. So it is sort of in between takes, you know, I'm sitting there with Ben Stiller, for instance, in that movie, and you know, the robe comes in, but meanwhile I'm sitting like this, and he's like, so how are your kids? Oh, they're good. Oh, good. And how's the wife? Fantastic. And action. Oh, cock me. You know, it's just like, oh, it's so weird. It's so strange.
It sounds like such an awesome job, though, man. So you were in The Watchmen. Zack Snyder's picture, man. And you got to play the Silk Spectre. For a lot of us who are into the comics and whatnot, Watchmen is an absolute seminal work of fiction. To see it come to life, he did a wonderful job with it. But you totally rocked it, man. But there was a lot of physicality to it. And it looked like they poured you into that damn costume.
Oh, God, you guys, honestly, it was, I was a walking condom. It was a latex
Well, depending
outfit.
on who, because some are loose on other guys.
No. We did a lot of physical training. Of course, I was the only one, the sucker, who got stuck with this, latex outfit. Everyone else had these costumes that were made out of foam that made them look big, and so I had this former Navy SEAL who was training me, and it was 2 months before we started shooting, and then throughout the whole time. So it was like 8 months of training, which is great. I mean, you feel great, but it was a lot of work. And then they bring this latex outfit, and every morning, it takes a half hour to get on. It's like 5 different layers, and they singe your waist in like 3 more inches so you can't breathe. And by the way, latex, it gives you those suction, like that blood, when you bend your arms, it like pinches you, so you get the blood marks underneath your knees. So I'm literally sitting in between takes like this. Can't breathe, because the corset's so...
At that point, you're like, I wish I was naked in front of Ben Stiller again.
Yes, I really do.
What is it like being like an actress? It looks like from the outside, oh, it's so cool. You get to work with like Tom Cruise and Rock of Ages or in the Watchmen flick. But what is it like you were talking about the auditions. There's that part of you where it's just like, man, I'm getting judged. How do you manage?
It is a killer. I'll be honest, it's not easy all the time, and that's probably the most difficult part. Once you get the job, that's when the fun starts,
right.
And the work, of course. But it sucks. It really sucks, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without my husband, without my friends, without some kind of a support team.
When you go home, they're just like, you rock, they suck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but really, at the end of the day, you just need to come home, you have a glass of wine, you go, tomorrow's another day, and you really do have to believe that it's not personal. It really isn't personal, because you can still be a really great actor or you're really funny. It's just someone fit the part better than you did.
It's not about you being rejected as much as somebody else being elevated for something they've got going on.
Right. I mean, some people do suck, but,
Who, man?
Maybe
Tell us.
me, I don't know.
No, you rock. What's really cool about you is you're on Children's Hospital.
Yes.
And that got nominated for an Emmy, didn't
Yes,
it? Give it up, man.
Yeah. Awesome.
Now, when did you join up with those kids?
I joined them, so they had a first season that was strictly just a web series. It was a 5-minute web series. And then the second season, they got picked up by Adult Swim on the Cartoon Network. And so that's when they asked me to join the cast, and I was so happy to, because it's some of the most amazing comedians. You got Henry Winkler, Rob Porter, like really, really, really funny people. So it's kind of a joke, because it's a group of friends, and it's like, all right, how far can we go, and how far can we push the limit? And I'm excited that it got nominated.
That's
I'm excited
huge.
for
That's a big thing, man. And it's cool. It legitimizes like weird comedy too.
Yeah,
to be
totally.
like, look, they're giving it an Emmy now. You're really funny, man. You're really talented. I want to work with you in something one day. I don't know what it is, but I think you got it going on. Plus, you're Canadian. Give it up for the great Malin Akerman. We'll be right back with a cartoon. Stick around.